Welcome back to Sidebar, a 103 The Beat podcast powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna. Today, we are talking about the growth of the Bahamian audio-visual sector with our guest, Charlie Smith, who produced and hosted the Bahamian music video magazine, Electric Air. Why am I saying this up front? So, I'll tell you the truth. This week, my plan was to talk about the Commissioner of Police's statements and what was being said, why he had said it, where he had said it. It was going to be a 45-minute rant. And I mean, it was a good ride. There were jokes and everything. I even had a musical number inside there somewhere. Then as the day drew closer, I began to question, is this really what I want to do? Like, I need to make sure that I get this right. You only get one chance to do this. If you're going to offend somebody, which, understand, it was not my intention to offend anybody, but offense is inevitable. I mean, even right now, I'm sure that someone who is listening is offended by the grating sound of my voice. Anyway, the whole point is, if we are going to offend somebody, let's make sure that we are offending them for the right reason and cause and purpose. I mean, I wasn't going to crack jokes just for the sake of cracking jokes. Then the day came, and lo and behold, I sit down about to begin doing my actual 9-to-5 job when somebody sends me a message that says the Commissioner of Police has resigned. So my 45-minute rant, it lost a good chunk. I mean, it wasn't as relevant anymore. Honestly, at first I thought maybe I could salvage some of it. There was a critique of institutions, not just like individuals. But then everything else started to fall apart very, very quickly, very, very rapidly. Objects were thrown out of windows. People were on a street. There were 4 different live streams, all offering never before seen footage of the pandemonium. And all in all, it was a very entertaining day for the Bahamas. And I think that was the problem. Because for some reason, despite there being all of the news houses and every political instigator on Bay Street, December 4th, 2024, I got more than one message. Not asking me, "Hey, when you coming out with a video about this?" I got more than one message asking me simply, what was this all for? Now think about it. This was the only thing that anybody was talking about on Wednesday, even Thursday. There were memes being circulated before the Mace had been returned to the House of Assembly, and yet people were messaging me to ask, why was this happening? And this is not a condemnation of social media comedians. You know, this is a condemnation of the simulacra. These jokes and videos were referencing something, but we don't know the thing that they were referencing. Like, what was the disagreement about? What was the bill being tabled? Who is Shenandoah? How do you spell his name? Why did I think that he was the MP for Bamboo Town and not St. Barnabas? There are a million different things that happened yesterday, and no one is able to give the information about it, and that is concerning because we can't pretend as though the House of Assembly is serious business and the seat of power in the country, but the only time we pay attention is when somebody gets slapped or there's a big row or the police are called to remove somebody from the building. I mean, do we really think it's serious? Once again, the memes are funny memes. The videos are funny videos. But the joke has become more important than what the joke is about. And that's not how satire works. Like, there are a bunch of Michael Jackson jokes. People have been telling Michael Jackson jokes from the 1990s, but no Michael Jackson punchline was bigger than Michael Jackson. We are not speaking truth to power when we don't know the truth or who has the power. We just like foolishness, myself included. But the difference is that social media comedians do it for free in hope that maybe somebody will hire them for a wedding, or one of the telecommunication companies will put us in a TV ad. The problem is when the things that are supposed to be information dense and teaching us have become nothing more than entertainment. So much news has become entertainment and nothing else. Some of these people could talk for 2 hours straight on a Facebook Live, and you leave thinking that this is historic, but you don't know why. And I guess this is as historic as Buzz Aldrin saying, exactly, no one knows or cares what Buzz Aldrin said on the moon. But if the news is just entertainment, then the sensational things take precedent, which is also part of the reason why you only really get lives from a murder scene or something's happening on Bay Street and not from the primary school student of the year. It's entertainment. And that is the problem. Entertainment is less about putting the person who is watching it in a better position and more about, as long as this person is still watching, then we could have our advertisers say, yeah, man, they're the most popular ones. And listen, I get it. Entertainment is entertainment. And once again, behemoths like foolishness. But there has to be somebody who is talking about the actual information. Like, okay, so you might say Steven is a big hypocrite because he used to crack jokes and stuff. And you know what? Maybe I was a part of the problem. Maybe I am a part of the problem because I'm still going to crack jokes. In fact, you don't think that I have 3 pages worth of jokes cocked and loaded? Anyway, what is the point of making a joke if nobody knows what the joke is about? What are we laughing at? To bring it back to the events of the house on that day, case in point, the reason they were in the house was to table a bill addressing the issues that the entire Bahamian population has agreed exists. How are we going to address corruption in the police force? One of the ways is to have an independent body of persons go around and say, hey, police, you can't do that. That's what the bill that was being tabled theoretically says. I don't know, because you know why? That story has been buried under, it's been a historic event, a historic day, because somebody did something that happened before. Bro, this is not the first time that somebody has done something with the Mace in my lifetime. Cassius Stewart pulled a similar stunt in the early 2000s. Yeah, the guy who rants about transsexuals on Shanique Miller's show did it first, or fourth, which puts a new lens on the potential future of people who touch the Mace. So maybe don't pose for a $20 bill just yet. Anyway, the bill that I want to know about is the Independent Commission of Investigations Bill 2024. I'm concerned that we are all going to feel a little better because we had a very entertaining day/week. We got a bunch of memes, we got some funny videos, and it was great. And now what? A year from now, if the police force is no better than where it was, if we perceive that they are still as corrupt as we thought that they were, Where does that put us? Will you look back at that meme in your phone and say, "Bae, that's jokey, bae"? Anyway, I was like, if we want entertainment, then let us be entertained with things that will not result in the complete collapse of our civilization. Let's talk about music and music videos. Hence why today my guest is Charlie Smith from Electric Era. Because we're not talking about all the rest of that stuff. Or maybe we will. Just not today. Anyway, this is Sidebar, a 103 The Beat podcast powered by ILTV. We will be right back.